There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
Our perspective is yours for the taking, but you'll have to join us first. We left everything we debated at the Yonko table.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for the Yonko table, the table that will make their dreams come true.
Yo, folks. Welcome to the latest and the greatest from the Yonko table. That is the voice of Grandmaster Hoop coming at you from the depths of Dragonstone in the caverns where the Red Sowing is taking place for. That's right, folks. We are talking about episode 7 of season 2 of House of the Dragon. That's right. HBO's hit spin-off series to Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, seeks to detail the Targaryen civil war that transpired 200 years prior to the original series. And we're here to discuss the latest from House of the Dragon. Yeah, episode 7, the penultimate episode, The Red Sowing, rightfully titled. We'll get into the Red Sowing, but goodness gracious, people were hyping this episode up. Boy, oh boy, did it deliver. Dare I say, some of the best work I've seen put to screen on the Game of Thrones team. With me, as always, is fellow Yonko, DrJaceAttorney. DrJaceAttorney, the Red Sowing. Is it now one of your new favorite events in Game of Thrones media?
The event?
Yeah, like
a red wedding?
It's a pivotal event.
I don't know if I would put it up there. Stuff happened. But I don't know. I didn't feel like it was like a singular event like those other things that have happened in Game of Thrones. It was good.
Probably not as impactful. You're right. But cool nonetheless. And goodness gracious. I mean, not much happened in this episode. I think this is actually going to be really easy to cover. Team Black stole the show this episode. So we'll end things with Team Black. But you know how we do things here at the Yonko table. Let's do our check-ins and then finish strong. So honestly, we can start with the greens.
Boring. It was boring. Allison swimming in a lake, I just didn't care.
I guess they got it made in the shade. That's kind of what's going on, I think.
What was she doing? What was she actually doing?
So you want to start with Allison?
Let's start with Allison because she's the weird one in the room.
Allison, no longer part of the Green Council, booted by Aemond.
Oh, this is why.
Kristen Cole. Oh, what?
Oh, she has nowhere else to be.
She literally has nowhere else to be.
Well, I'd rather go for a swim if I can't join these council meetings.
She also has nobody to talk to, apparently. Kristen Cole's out doing things with her brother. Otto's not here. Might as well go for a swim. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be kind of, this introspective look at her psyche right now because she has nothing. She can't even go to the Sept anymore for fear of her life.
Right.
I guess this is all she has.
Her one sanctuary. That was her hobby. That was like when you go to the movies or read a book or play a video game. That was taken from her now. She got nothing.
Yeah. She literally has nothing. I think she's at a very low point. I don't know if she goes any lower. But I don't really see how she comes back from any of this at all either, unless she leaves Team Green.
She's not doing
forsakes
that.
Her children.
There's no way.
Probably not. But where do you go when nobody wants you?
A lake.
I guess.
That's all we get.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is she about to drown herself? I think she was very close to the edge of doing something like that. Um, it was kind of sad. Some people will probably say it's deserved. I think people need to give her a little more sympathy. It's weird times being a queen, dowager queen. I try to give her some grace. I know she sucks, but this was kind of sad to see. I don't think we ever see people in Game of Thrones truly go through like
Depression,
right? When they do, they usually just go fight it off. But Allison can't go fight. She can't do anything. More or less, as you described, boring.
it was. These were the parts when I looked down on my phone, and I feel like they're supposed to be profound scenes where I'm supposed to dissect the hidden meaning of what does the lake represent? Is it her endless sorrow? The endless abyss of her depression? I just didn't care.
In the white gown, white being of purity, was she cleansing her impurities?
There it is. You just cracked the code.
In her impurities mainly being the misraising of her children that have led essentially to this war.
Oh, you're asking me?
Oh yeah, that was not rhetorical.
Oh,
unless you think that's exactly what it was.
I guess it's what it is. She's miserable right now. I didn't care to indulge in her misery because we already had 6 episodes of that with Damon doing the same exact thing, except this time, instead of going to a lake, they get manifested inside of a castle that gives you hallucinations. So pardon me for being numb to watching another character just run through the mud. I didn't need it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Team Green was definitely less exciting part of today's episode. We do get a quick check-in with the small council, with Aemon, our regent. There are whispers, my lord, of sea smoke being spotted. This was funny. And he has a rider. And they're like, who'd you hear that from? Sir Laris and Sir
Rickard? No,
Rickard is the one. Rickard went out with Allison.
Oh, okay.
I don't know this guy's name. Ironclad, I think is his nickname.
I don't know.
I mean, he's problematic. He'd be trying to stir up shit. But I mean, he heard a good rumor. But you know, Aemon is sending people off to Castle Black right now. Lord Jasper is his name. I believe Lord Jasper Ironclad is his nickname. Yeah, Aemon's out here sending people to Castle Black. I don't know if you noticed, those were Aegon's guards that he sent. So if you want to go tell him some misinformation, be my guest. If your source is not credible. Because what do you say? I heard it from my Jasper Ironrod Wild. That is his name, okay? Heard it from his squire. Squire heard it from the brother. Brother heard it from the mother. The mother heard it from his cousin's friend, who was married to. You see, it loses a lot of credibility.
What movie is that from?
I don't know.
That's definitely a movie.
It's probably from something. I'm sure it's an animated show or something. I got nothing.
Fine.
What would you do? You are fed this information about Sea Smoke having a rider. Who's gonna be the one to tell Aemon?
Like, who do I tell?
Would you tell Aemon? You see how they were both afraid to tell Aemon? Because it didn't sound like a strong rumor.
That didn't click with me. Why would he not want to tell Aemon about Sea Smoke having a potential rider? Isn't that pertinent information that you should?
Yes, that's huge information.
Right.
Yes.
So why are they holding it to their chest? I didn't get that part with Laris. I didn't know why he was like, well, maybe don't tell the king regent.
I think Laris is being, because one, Aemon doesn't like Lars, first of all.
So then Lars doesn't like Aemon now?
Well, Lars is Team Aegon all the way. And, you know, he's a toad. Aemon called him a toad last week.
No, that sealed his fate, I guess, with Lars.
I mean, technically, yeah, because if the rumor does not sound or come from a credible source, the last thing he wants is to give Aemon an excuse.
To do what?
Do anything. Behead him, send him to the wall, anything.
Why would he send him to the wall?
He literally just sent Aegon's men to the wall.
But isn't that just because they're loyal to Aegon? I thought that's why he sent them, because he's like, oh, well, I can't trust your loyalties with... I mean, I didn't even get that part either. Why would you send Aegon's men to the... Like, there's no suspicion that you seceded your throne from Aegon out of concern? I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something with this first couple scenes with this, because I don't understand why he was sending those people to the wall. That just because they were Aegon's men.
I think he's just exerting power. I think he's just running rampant. He's going unchecked. He's unchecked. Kristen Cole's away, hand to the king. Lars, afraid to talk to him, sent his mother away. He is unchecked right now. There is nobody checking him.
So is that why Lars was not sure if they should tell Aemond about the rumor, because they didn't know where the rumor came from?
The rumor was not credible enough. And if you're already in bad standing, no need to put yourself in worse standing.
I guess that's the reason why they didn't tell him.
Correct. Now, was the rumor actually credible? Yes. So this might come back and bite them in the ass later on. We'll come back to, well, we check in with Aegon. Let's call him, I feel we keep coming up with nicknames for him. Aegon the Pained, I like to call him now.
I think that's like the third or fourth name you gave him.
He's in pain. Poor guy. Do you feel sympathy for him?
No. No.
Wow. None at all.
Minor at best. But no, not really. He's struggling. He had it coming for a while.
At the hands of his brother, though.
This was another scene where I was indifferent to. The entire green team is boring. Can we move on from the green team?
No, we have to finish the check-in with the green.
We don't have to finish the check-in with the green. I was bored out of my mind during the green segment. I was bored. I was completely bored. Seeing Aegon struggle, I'm like, great, he's struggling. Can we move on? Not hold on for 10 minutes with Aegon falling on the floor, pissing his pants.
Aegon has... Why do we fall, Master Aegon? Lord, why do we fall, Your Grace? You don't remember the line? Batman Begins?
Batman Begins? I don't watch movies 80 times from like 10 years ago. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not what you want me to be. I'm sorry. I'm not you.
So we can learn to pick ourselves up.
What's the point of all those bloody push-ups?
Exactly. Loras actually was the Alfred in this situation, and Maester Orwyle was Morgan Freeman. They are here to help Aegon get
Why?
Back on his
Because
feet.
he's black?
Wow.
Is that why? Why'd you call him Morgan Freeman? Morgan Freeman never helps Batman like this.
Yes, he does. Well, he
helps him physically.
He gives him the tech support.
But he's never there physically with him to like, up and at him, Bruce. Up and at him. Come on. Keep doing the walk. Alfred does that.
It fits.
He's not Lucius Fox.
It fits. Loras is Alfred. Orwyle is Lucius Fox.
That's problematic.
Aegon is a beaten up Bruce Wayne. And he needs to get back up.
And is Aemond Bane?
Bane or... Oh, yeah.
The one who broke him?
Bane or Ra's al Ghul. Sure. Either one.
I think it's probably more fitting of Bane because he's the one that broke him and he's recovering.
fine, he's Bane. See, it works.
It does.
And Lars, rightfully says, I did like his line. He said, it may be long before he rests again. As in, he needs to continue to work.
He needs to get up. He needs to stop this. Hurry up. Speed
what
it
do
up.
you want from him? He can't speed this up.
That's Laris. That's Laris talking.
Oh. Laris is correct.
Right. In the context of what he wants him to get up for, he is right. Get up. Hurry up. Speed it up. Heal that melted flesh.
Ooh, yeah, he looks bad.
Yes. I could hear his pain. That was some good acting.
Yes, that was very good acting, yeah. See, you didn't want to talk about Green.
I don't. I don't know why we're still on Aegon. There's nothing in this scene to dissect.
I mean, honestly, that's it for Team Green. We'll come back to them for the finale of this episode. Before we check in with Team Black.
Oh my God. Go ahead. Stop with him. Go to him.
Let's go to our happy haunts of Harrenhal.
I told you.
We had one more. You're right. We had one more.
I told you they were not done until this episode.
Shoot, we still might have one more.
I don't know.
We might have one more. We still haven't seen that one.
Older Rhaenyra?
Correct. We got Patty one more time.
Well, we got decrepit Patty.
Right.
This scene was decent. I think because they stopped doing this nonsense with the nightmares until the very end. And at least with the nightmare that they did use, it was very quick and it was with Patty. And it was very symbolic with the heaviness of the crown. Saying,
correct.
Look at what it did to me. You still want this? You want this thing? And it comes at the right time, right after what Daemon had to do to Blackwell. That's his name?
Blackwood. Willem Blackwood.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy is the crown, and he hesitates. He doesn't take it. This will come full head next week, I imagine. But why did this interaction with the river folks eat? Who the F is Oscar Tully?
What do you mean?
Oscar Tully ate them down.
Oh, he did. He showed Daemon what for. He showed him that dog he had inside.
Is that what it is?
That is what it is.
He got that dog in him.
He got that dog in him.
But they're the Tullys of River Run. They got that fish in them.
What are you trying to say?
You got that fish in them?
Oh, I thought you were trying to burst out into a song.
Was that a song?
He got that fish in him?
I don't think it's a song.
Oh, the fish is a switch in for another word, but from another popular song.
Oh, he got that trout in him, because that's the sigil of House Tully, the silver trout. He got that trout in him. He flopped out of the water and started slapping his river lords. He said, I may be young and I may be quite green, but we stand by our oaths in the Riverlands. And my grandsire gave an oath to King Viserys. So A, they're Team Black. B, Daemon sent them people on a fool's quest, running around doing bad things.
And he had to pay the price. I only did what you said, my lord. My lord, what are you doing, my lord? Let me go.
It was either this or nothing. They wouldn't get their swords. Now, it's interesting watching this scene because, so Daemon is very much, I don't care for the love. I need the souls. Daemon is not acting like a king / leader / anybody you want to root for.
He's not.
But Oscar Tully, at the ripe age of what I imagine looks to be 12 or something,
Yeah, like
14
12, 13
maybe,
at the most.
he shows how you need to rule. He's like, yeah, A, we stick by our oaths. B, we're going to send our armies, but you need to serve out justice for the heinous things that you enlisted. Damon could never. Oscar Tully did that in one fell swoop. Oscar Tully got all the River Lords on board and corrected Damon's bad behavior.
He did.
Nobody's corrected Damon's bad behavior all season.
Right. And he didn't hesitate to correct it, to indulge in correcting it.
Right.
He decapitated him.
He had to. That's the king's justice.
Correct.
The king's justice is law. And Oscar Tully ate them down.
Sure. All right.
But they got him. They got the River Lords. They got the Riverlands.
Seemingly, he walked away a little too quickly. Or the scene transitioned. The scene transitioned.
But they got him. They got them though.
We'll get a confirmation next week.
Yeah, I'm just saying it only took 7 episodes.
I'm saying that they may question now, man, he was awfully quick to cut down someone that was loyal to him. Let's say he's not going to do that to us when it suits him.
Well, part of me feels they just, they're going to look to Oscar Tully first before they look to the king consort. So if they feel like they're in good hands with Oscar Tully will handle Damon like he did today.
Perhaps. This scene didn't last too long, at least.
It didn't.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're moving quick. But yeah, that's it for the Happy Haunts of Harrenhal.
It is. Team Black.
Oh, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You seem excited.
I'm more excited about this. It's the only part that kept my attention.
Okay, all right. Well, Team Black spared no expense. Literally, the first shot was that awesome shot of Sea Smoke and Cyrax and Adam of Hall and Queen Rhaenyra.
Right.
I guess it's a great question to start off with when you're seeing another dragon rider that you've never seen before.
Oh, the square off? I like it.
Yeah. Who do you serve?
She didn't have to go all pissy, though.
She had to.
She had to start things like that.
Well, I guess this episode really put things in perspective with regards to there's this kind of prejudice that highborns have against lowborns.
Oh, what are they trying to say?
I think they're trying to say what they're trying to say. They're like, you're a lowborn. You can't ride a dragon. What the F you doing on a dragon?
What's his guy's name again?
Adam.
Yeah, there's some prejudice in there, especially when Jace comes in later. But mother!
Ooh, okay. Jace is layered, though.
What does that make me?
No,
strong.
Okay.
Strong.
I understand where Jace is coming from.
You sympathize with him?
Well, here's the thing. And I realized this, I think I started thinking about this last week. Bastards rule Game of Thrones. It is the bastards who are like the most important key players in Game of Thrones. If you don't got some bastards on your team, you're doing something wrong. Jace has been grappling with the idea of him being a bastard his whole life. And And he is, and he knows it, and he's been living a lie. And so then Rhaenyra says, I need to go get all these bastards.
But mother, what does that make me? Did you know my hair would be not white? I think that's the first time they've ever addressed that personally, themselves,
Yes.
right?
No, Jace has asked before.
He has asked before. Young Jace?
Little Jace. Yeah, little Jace
Oh.
asked. He said, is Sir Harwin Strong my father?
Oh, okay.
Yes. So he always knew.
Right.
And yeah, it's an interesting position he finds himself in because now they're giving seats to bastards at the table.
Right. It hurts him because they don't know who they're inviting to their table
They
at
don't.
all.
They have no. They said white hair. Come on. They
Yeah.
said, wait a minute. They got that little police card from Family Guy where they're looking at.
Yes. All the races.
Correct. So they got one for hair. They're like, good enough. Let's go. I don't think Jace passes that test.
He does not. No.
He's got the blood. But
He's got
does
the
not
blood.
Pass the test.
Right. His legitimacy comes into question when you start inviting other bastards onto the line to be a dragon rider.
Makes you feel some type of way. So I feel for him. But here comes that prejudice too. It's like, hey, you are a bastard, Jace. You know it. Stop with the shenanigans. Let it go. You're still heir to the throne.
You're telling him to let it go? That thing's haunted him his whole life.
Yeah, okay, fine. You can't let it go that easy. You're right.
He can. They're in the situation they are because he's a bastard.
More or less plays a part, I guess.
Plays
yeah.
a significant role. Rhaenyra being loosey goosey.
Loosey goosey, or did she marry a man who did not care for her loosey goosey?
It doesn't matter. Problematic.
Doesn't matter. Okay. There are ways. They could have made it happen.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if they know about artificial insemination, but whatever.
That's too advanced. No.
I guess. Well, yes. The ultimate plan continues.
Right.
Especially because Adam is proof that it works.
Right.
Mysaria, she's killing the game right now. It's the secret what is it called? The secret council.
Is that what it is?
That's what I've been calling them.
Oh, sure. It's just mostly her. I can't see it as a council.
Yeah, she doesn't even go to her own council meetings.
I think probably because they're the most boring part.
Or they just don't listen to her.
They don't. It needs to be Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra needs to be in the room.
Yes, they're not really doing much of anything. Corlys, Hand of the King. I think he's done one thing as Hand of the King.
Yeah, he's not too impressive in his role so far.
Yeah, all he's done is said,
well done.
Big congrats to Adam. Daddy O's claiming him.
Now he's claiming
him.
Right. What was the phrase that the quote that he said in season 1 about lineage? It's not about blood.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess it's not too applicable here. That is his blood.
Yeah, but he doesn't have his name.
So now it's the opposite.
Well, now he needs to give him the name.
Is he gonna acknowledge him? I don't think he is. He was very secretive. He like rolled his eyes every time they got close to mentioning, "Are you the father? Did you breed him?" Did you give life to him? And he's like,
He said, I'll claim you when it matters.
No.
Even now. Just claim him. He's a dragon rider.
Didn't even say it there to his face. He still acknowledged him as my lord.
Mm-hmm.
Not good
But that
enough.
well done. That meant a lot because he wasn't being seen before, only Alan.
I guess he's Austin Powers. He just wants daddy's love.
What? Daddy
He wasn't there to change my underwear. It seems he doesn't care. Yes.
Fitting. But yes, lowborns. It's the time of the lowborns. I mean, last week's episode was called The Small Folk. And now we got guys like Adam. And now I like what Miss Saria said here with regards to
Recruiting lowborns.
Correct. And Rhaenyra's like, we lowborns on dragons? Wait a minute. Sea Smoke chose him, but we can't keep doing this.
That's blasphemy.
Well, and then, Miss Saria hit her with pure blood does not equal pure of honor.
Who's trying to kill you again?
Your half siblings?
Correct. That should tell you enough.
This one who has no idea there's a connection between y'all.
He says, I'll bend the knee.
Immediately. Without question. Massaria hit her with the sense.
She
said, she's good. She's good at her job. She's killing it. She said, I'm going to get you an army of bastards.
And she recruited all the dragon seeds.
This is crazy to me. I understand. Okay, no, I don't understand. How the hell do they do this and nobody notices?
What, these wave of people, white-haired people just leaving?
Yes.
The keep.
And nobody goes and reports anything back.
Don't they have the exits to the city like guarded? I thought
Yes.
I thought they made a point of that, showing when people were trying to leave because of the like of what was going on in the city. They're like, no, stay, you must stay. I was kind of lost as to how they were able to leave en masse away from the keep.
Well, some of the guards are on payroll.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. They let them through essentially.
Right, but also, I guess, they're swaying massive opinion towards Rhaenyra to where if Rhaenyra calls, hey, Queen Rhaenyra wants us bastards. They come running. She fed them.
She did.
They owe Aemon and crew no loyalty.
I knew from this batch there were only 2 people that were going to get on a freaking dragon.
Obviously, I said, can you imagine if they had a dragon for each of these people?
Oh, yeah, there's no way. They don't even have that many dragons like that.
No, they don't have that many dragons, but just if they did, incredible.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of bastards running around.
Right. It was a small village.
And also, it just goes to show that I guess your sister's not enough, huh?
Sister?
Is that gross to say?
I don't even know what the reference is.
The Targaryens of the past, you go up to them. So your sister's not good enough for you, huh? You got to go run to the streets and go plant your seed elsewhere.
Oh, ew.
Your brother's not good enough, is he?
Oh, is that the Targaryens telling each other that?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I not good enough? Me, your uncle? That you got to go to a whorehouse?
problematic.
Are these weird conversations do you think they have?
They probably have them a lot in that family. I mean, the way some of them turned out anyways, it speaks for itself.
I mean, some of them came out fine. Look at Hugh. Look at Hugh. Hugh said, I'm doing this. I need this. I don't got nothing else. Our daughter is dead.
Oh, so she did die.
Yes, they confirmed it right here in this episode.
Okay. Died off screen.
That was sad.
R.I.P. I mean, I didn't really care for his plot line, to be honest.
No, you don't like Hugh?
I'm indifferent to him. I mean, it was interesting to touch base with him just to see the state of like the citizens in the Red Keep. More than like, yeah, I'm really into this with Hugh. I love this guy. He's a great character. He cares for his family. I mean, he does, but I just kind of shrugged my shoulders. He was more interesting as to how he's gonna play into his lineage more than who he was as a character than anything. Who's the other guy? Olaf? No, Ulf. Ulf.
I didn't care. So you care more about Ulf's story and lineage.
At least they're honest with him. They don't try to waste your time trying to get you to care about him. They're like, here's this drunken bastard in this bar that talks about being of Targaryen blood, and you don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but he's a loser. He's a loser.
And then they said, Ulf, this is your chance. You keep saying you're Targaryen. She's looking for bastards.
Everyone, around for Ulf, the Dragon Lord. I was worried. I'm like,
Ulf.
Y'all better be careful saying this out loud. All it takes is one snake in this bar to go out and talk. How Loras has men everywhere in the Red Keep, everywhere. You're telling me someone having a sea shanty about another person being a Dragon Lord, that doesn't make its way back to Loras to be like, they are speaking things down over yonder.
So this got me thinking, not either people are not doing their jobs, like Loras being the master of whispers. Either A, he's not doing his job, or B, everybody in Flea Bottom is just Team Rhaenyra at this point, where you can openly speak it out loud.
I guess that has to be it.
That was a whole chant. Queen Rhaenyra's looking for bastards.
Yeah, that guy was loud about it too. He's like, oh, if you're I thought there was gonna be something where like a guard is off like in the corner and he just looks over slowly when he says, oh, if you're always saying that you love riding dragons and that you're a Targaryen prince, and you just see a guard just like looking in that direction. I thought Ulf was gonna say, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Right. But that is not the case.
That is not.
You can freely speak your mind. Maybe the closer you get to the actual keep, that is where you probably need to exhibit more discretion, but not here.
Flea Bottom's really the bottom. No one's there.
Correct. In troves they go. Like at least like 20 plus bastards.
Yes.
And again, we are met with this idea that lowborns and dragons, that's against code. The dragon tamers are like, this is blasphemy. The dragons are gods.
Why are you saying it like that?
I'm trying to do my High Valyrian accent.
Problematic.
Dohyrus Vega! Likiri!
Terrible.
And they said, I'm gonna head out.
I'm out. I'm done.
Kind of messed up.
It's blasphemy what she's doing. These are bums in their eyes that are going to be riding atop the gods. And they're not having it whatsoever.
Where do you draw the line?
This is heresy.
They knew Jace and them were bastards.
I don't think they know that they're bastards. They can have suspicions that they are, but they don't know. They just have to trust. Oh, well, he doesn't need white hair, I guess. And maybe that's the exception. They're like, well, I mean, they are of Targaryen blood, and the fact that they could ride the dragon proved that they can do it, that they are proper. This is proper. This is normal.
It's a little off-putting, I'd say, as far as this discrimination being exhibited here. But sure, Rhaenyra gave her rousing speech of, if you die with honor.
That means very little when you're cooking and running for your life.
It worked.
I know she's not giving any of those people proper burials.
Oh, well, half of them.
If they were not, go ahead.
Let's build this up properly. This is the Red Sowing. This is the namesake of the episode. Vermithor, second largest to Vhagar. The Bronze Fury. He's big. I was geeking out at how big he was. He didn't look that big the first time we met him.
When was the first time we met him?
Season 1 finale. Daemon went down into the keep.
Oh, the cave? Is that where he was?
And was singing? Yeah.
Okay. It was dark inside, right? And he lit like a fire or a torch, and you saw him?
Daemon had a torch, and he puts it down, and then Vermithor starts lighting up the whole cave.
Okay. I remember that.
Yes. Big boy.
Correct.
Shout out to the first dude that tried to step up. I also love how Rhaenyra said, we're going to watch from up here.
I have nothing more to say to you. She just leaves. She doesn't just leave.
Great
She
leadership.
speed walks. She speed walks out of there because she knows what's coming. She knows from what happened last time, Vermithor is going to kill practically all of them except for one, if that one happens to be the one that Vermithor chooses. Does that make Rhaenyra a monster? Because those guards push them back. Those guards say, you're not leaving. You're staying.
You're going to claim that dragon.
Get back in there.
And get on that big old dragon.
No, she knew. Some people slipped past the guards, but she knew what she was doing.
Some people did, right. Yes. Yeah. Maybe this makes her inconsiderate.
Desperate.
Very much desperate. She said, I need a bigger pool. Sir Stefan Darkland. He's one guy. That's a terrible bet.
Right. You roll the dice with all your chips. One of them's bound to land heads up.
Right. I like this scene a lot. Obviously that first dude.
Oh, he got you like that? That's how he got you?
Yeah, he wasn't gonna make it. There was obvious. I genuinely didn't know. Obviously, I was thinking it's either Ulf or Hugh.
Oh, there was no way it was gonna be Hugh.
You didn't think it could
on Vermithor?
You mean Ulf?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Ulf. There was no way it was gonna be Ulf on Vermithor.
You didn't think it could be Ulf?
It could not be Ulf. Like that is probably their most prized possession in that cave, and there's no way Ulf is gonna be on that thing. I knew.
Then I'm putting a drunk on Vermithor.
They're not. At the moment they stepped in there, I knew it was Hugh somehow claiming that dragon, and when Ulf fell down and started running, I'm like, oh wow, he's gonna go and find some other dragon and claim them by accident. Whatever other dragon's in there, which, Silverwing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Not Ulf on top of Vermithor.
I mean, this is done well. I think Vermithor was just trying to intimidate and looking for someone who's like, who's gonna step to me? Who's gonna face me? Vermithor.
I mean, there was one guy that did it, and he cooked him. The first guy that stood up, he's like, I claim thee. Will you respect me?
Oh,
no.
But he didn't have the eye of the tiger. Vermithor was looking for the eye of the tiger.
He wanted someone to say, come on. Come on.
Right.
I'm Fury. And my chest plate is bronze. Like the bronze Fury. You may claim me. That's what went through Vermithor's head.
So you speak dragon tongue.
Correct.
Yeah, it was definitely the come on for sure. I like you. Hop on. I guess. It was nice for Hugh. It was a nice W for Hugh.
Finally.
Too bad his daughter wasn't there to see it.
Right.
But hate how we had to get here. But yep, there goes Vermithor. Vermithor and Hugh. Ooh.
Vermithor and Hugh.
And then yep, Ulf stumbled upon Silverwing. And that was a wrap. Silverwing was like, I like you. You're funny.
Well, did he step on dragon eggs, or was that
he stepped
poop?
on he stepped on like the carcass that holds the egg. So there was an egg in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Silverwing is just easily entertained.
I like you. You're funny. He's like Saphira from Aragon.
She does look like Saphira a little bit. She had the blue more than she was kind of silver. Or maybe her wings are silver.
I think the cave lighting gave off that blue hue. Actually, no, she was blue outside of the cave too.
She was blue outside the cave, correct.
Yeah.
But look at that, Ulf and Silverwing.
I thought that gag was he claimed the dragon and he's like, I'm just gonna go be an idiot. And I thought he went to the keep, and I'm like, oh no, he's dead.
Oh, this man.
At first.
Real quick.
At first.
Let me pause you real quick. Let's check in real quick with Reyna, who is now on her side quest. Is this her side quest or the main quest?
I don't even remember this scene. I remember she saw a carcass, and that's it. That's all I got.
She's following the trail of the name of this dragon is Sheep Stealer.
Okay.
Which apparently there's a high chance they're changing something from the book, which has some people upset.
This is the mystery dragon that's running around in this area?
Veil. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The Sheep Stealer. Apparently a very big dragon.
Right.
Will she find him?
I'm sure
by next week.
I'm sure by next week, yes. We'll see whatever it is.
I mean, they got a formidable team growing. All right, let's go back to King's Landing. Okay. Yeah, I thought he was dead. I was like, also, it's crazy to think again, Dragonstone is literally just across the water.
Is it just across the water? I thought they kind of like montaged how far away it was rather than saying it's that close.
It is super close. A dragon obviously can make that, you know.
So if Aemon were to look out his window and like, could he see where Dragonstone is?
I don't know,
because that doesn't make sense. Like at that point, why not just send Vhagar and himself?
Yeah,
over
right.
there?
I don't think it's that close. However, a dragon can easily make that flight.
Yeah.
Within probably, I don't know how fast these things go, but
let's say 30 minutes.
Oh, I was gonna say 20.
It's a 10-minute difference, but sure.
Okay.
I was gonna say 25, but I guess 30 can make it.
Whatever. This was a good scene because Again, Aemon is going unchecked. Who's the only one that can check him?
Who checks him? No one checks him. He just he gets afraid.
He can only check himself. He's the only one who can check. This was good growth for Aemon as a character. Turn around, Vhagar. Turn around. I think he knew.
He did. There's 3 dragons over there. See, I was right. So if you get a team up of 2 to 3 max of these things, I was saying this for the last several weeks. How many dragons equate to a Vhagar? And you were saying like, they gotta send a whole swarm of them. They gotta send 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm like, do they really though? I think probably 2 to 3 max could probably like mess up a Vhagar, especially with the way Maylis was able to 1v1 Vhagar up until the big sneak attack. Vhagar's trusted ace, his blue eyes white dragon, his dark magician.
Oh god.
Once he plays that card, it's over. Someone's dying.
Well, I think the more the merrier. The more dragons you send after Vhagar, the harder that fight is for Vhagar. The Bronze Fury, Vermithor, though, we need to see a size chart. Because Vermithor and probably one other dragon might be enough. Because Vermithor is big.
Right.
You know? So part of me is like, Vermithor lead the way and get 2 dragons on year 6. But what a great money shot.
I actually like that ending shot with Rhaenyra, right?
Rhaenyra and Cyrax, Hugh and Vermithor, and then Silverwing and Ulf. I was like, where's Adam? Why is Adam not in the money shot?
It would be too on the nose.
I guess. Well, we didn't really talk about Alan, but Alan said he's of Salton Sea, so he's not gonna go try to claim a dragon.
That's just a cover up. He is. He'll claim.
I don't know. I don't know. If there's any other dragons.
Oh, maybe there's not.
Yeah, unless there's one hiding. I don't know. But Corlys was low key trying to be like, what if I had 2 Dragon Rider bastards?
He can.
He could have.
He'll encourage him.
He said, I am of Salton Sea. But either way, back to that money shot. Turned Vhagar around, showed some restraint. And Rhaenyra said, we ready.
She was very pissy in that final scene.
Because she knew her plan worked. And she was like, we can go wreak some havoc.
So where do you think this is going next week?
I don't know. I would like to think we're concluding in Harrenhal.
You think the battleground's going to be in Harrenhal?
I would think so. I feel we've been building up Harrenhal all season. I think we're going to have some kind of culminating action set piece there. But I ain't trying to send our knights and our bishops. It's not how chess works.
So you don't think there's going to be an all-out fight with the dragons next week?
No. They only have Vhagar, Dreamfire. I guess Sunfire's aka still recovering. And then they have Tessarion, which is the good boy in Old Town. His dragon. Okay.
In the preview, did you watch the preview?
Yes.
Aemon does tell Helena, you need to get your ass on Dreamfire and get out there.
Right.
So I wonder if that's maybe going to be the death of her or something.
Ooh. That changes things.
I can't even see Helena like even commanding a dragon to go into a fight. I don't know how that looks like.
I think their bond would be very intricate. Maybe she doesn't even have to give the dragon that many commands. Maybe they're psychic. I don't know.
Maybe.
Finale next week. From what I can tell, that looks to be kind of it might be a culminating action that really kind of opens the war up. Because, we only had one major battle and then a couple of off-screen skirmishes.
Right.
This could be the one that opens the floodgate to there's no turning back. Our councils are only going to be war council because we're in it.
I could see it. Yeah. Probably the start of like the actual war. How many seasons are we greenlit for? 4?
Ooh, I actually don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was
I think
less
at least
than
5.
Was it 5?
I'm thinking they said 5.
Okay. I mean, at most, I think it is 5 at the most, not more than that.
Which I don't think you need. Fire and Blood is only 1 book, so Game of Thrones, 1 book might take 2 seasons.
Right.
Book 3 was season 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot happened. So I'm definitely excited though for next week. Team Black is cooking.
I'm sure they'll be cooking people too.
Correct, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm openly waiting for it.
Oh my god, you think Bela, right? Was it Bela? The one that's looking for the secret dragon? Layla?
Oh my. No, Reyna. Reyna is looking for
Reyna.
Sheep Stealer.
Sheep Stealer.
Yes.
And I'm imagining it's a smallish dragon. Do you think
Sheep Stealer's big?
Listen, what other dragon hunts sheep? Come on, what other dragon hunts sheep?
Vhagar?
What other dragon hunts sheep?
Oh, Spyro?
Yes. If this dragon's purple next week, it's a callback. I'm calling it.
Oh, you need to stop.
I'm calling it.
No
Why
correlation.
sheep? Why sheep? Why sheep of all cattle?
They all eat sheep.
No, they all eat other domesticated animals.
We literally only see them eat sheep.
Not true.
I haven't seen them eat anything else other than sheep and people.
The point is,
you think George R. R. Martin, the George R. R. Martin, looked to Spyro for inspiration?
Correct. Reel in the millennials.
Sure.
Hey, I know that dragon. You'll be able to say it.
I doubt it's purple.
Watch.
Okay, we will watch. Hopefully she finds it.
We'll see.
We'll see. Any final thoughts closing out on the not scowling. What's it called?
The red
Sowing.
Oh, sowing.
The Red Sowing.
It was good. It was good. Some dead air moments that I was like, Allison was probably the worst part of the episode, and I hate that because I don't think that about Allison. There are scenes where she's really, really good and I'm invested, but the whole thing with swimming out into the lake and just being depressed, I'm like, there are more important things going on right now than this. I do not need this. But Team Black was probably the best part of the episode. Team Green was caught slacking a little bit this week, but hopefully it's a strong finale, because I imagine it's gonna be another 2-ish years till season 3.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, this is not a yearly series as much as people wish it to be. Or I don't know, maybe they will. Maybe the gap between season 1 and 2 was because they wanted to make sure, like, hey, are we really doing this? Is it good? Do people like it? Oh, they like it. Okay, let's continue.
I think the gap happened because it's just the new way of doing things.
I don't know.
I mean, I hope not. I hope we can get another season next year.
I mean, because
that would be great.
The Game of Thrones, right, was doing it almost every year, right? Original Game of Thrones.
Different times. The only time they took off some time was
season 7 to 8, right? And 6 to 7.
8. 7 to 8, there was a year between. So there was literally a year without Game of Thrones.
Right.
Crazy times.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, definitely excited. Yeah, finale. Great penultimate episode. So excited to where they can go in the finale. Hopefully we get some more writers. We see them learn the craft, I guess. I don't think you can just go out and ride and call it a day. I'm a dragon rider. I think they needed some practice. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely loving House of the Dragon. So excited to see where next week's finale takes us. But see, told you it'd be a short one. That is it from us here at the Yonko table. Talking about the Red Sowing of Season 2, Episode 7 of House of the Dragon. Thank you again for all your lovely support and listening to us on various podcast stations, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Thank you for your continued support on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And of course, thank you for following and subscribing to DrJaceAttorney on YouTube and indulging with him on there. But that is it from us here at the Yonko table. I'm your Yonko host, Grand Maester Hoop of House Valarian, and fellow Yonko, DrJaceAttorney of House Martell. How shall we end this?
Daddy wasn't there
to take me to the fair,
to change my underwear.
Daddy doesn't care.